I would travel, and I hadn't had a chance to come and chat with you guys of some things that were talked about there that I assume that they will be looking at when you go to the nationals in terms of the rules, right? So I assume you all know the rules. So I don't even think 15 minutes, but it's just a couple of things to be aware is that they put a lot of emphasis on the head diving, right? So you know what I'm talking about? Yes. So attacking and head diving, you get Hansokumache, and also defending with your head as well. And they'll be looking at your chin position. So if you're doing something and then kind of try to defend with your chin, will tend to go up. And this is the argument for this is apparently someone in Europe broke their neck doing that, and then they were like, okay, not allowed anymore, right? So just be aware, don't. I know most of you guys don't do it, but just reminder. And the other thing that they were really asking us referees to look at is the proactivity or the negative judo, right? So, for example, it's particularly with the grips. So, if he gets the grip, and I just and move away, it's judo for me. So they'll be probably looking for you if you do that kind of stuff. So if you break and do things, that's okay. If you get any unconventional grip, whatever you like to do, it's okay, as long as you actually moving forward. But just remember to, and you guys don't have that problem, but that was things that were talked there that I thought it's good to remember before a competition like that. So, breaking the grip and letting it go is kind of well, you're not doing judo. The other thing that they talked a lot was the end of the area. So they talk about pushing judo for kota. So he will not let me lie. So there is very rare occasions where I am pushing, right? And I get the judo for pushing, right? So the argument is, even if I am pushing, kota can do stuff, right? From there. So don't if you're being pushed, don't let yourself go and then complain, oh, he's pushing me. They will say you had enough time to do something in that push, right? So don't count with the actual that. Even if the guy is actually pushing, then do a technique with that and look for those kind of things, right? And what else did they say that was? I think those are the main things that they kind of talked about, which I think it will be talked, because this came from Arek and Carlo from Arek from the competition in Rio de Janeiro, on a couple of weeks before. So they will be probably trying to keep that kind of consistency. So I would expect a big any major thing. So it's just things for you to kind of oh yeah. And the last thing I want to say, referees are humans and they make mistakes. So
Don't give us this talk.
and there is a screen and they'll revise stuff. But just make sure you drop it at nice people, so you kind of no questions. Right? This is the best. This is what you have to aim for. I know it's hard, and in the end of the day, a win is a win. Doesn't matter how it comes, but if you depend on the referee, you kind of have lost. Right? Right? If you depend on the referee to win, you kind of have lost. So go with that kind of thing.
They're also not calling Mate as quickly for Newaza now.
Yes, good point. Yeah, Newaza it's part of judo, and they're trying to make it a little bit more, give a little bit more time. So the recommendation to give a mate when you're doing Newaza is when there is no progress, right? So when there is no progress, you give a mate. So when you do any technique and you go to the ground, just like go soon once you get, they will let you do stuff. Don't stop. But like technically they should let you develop something. So if you're doing something, just like do your work, do the thing that you're used to do. But you should have enough time to Patrick is a much more experienced referee.
Show the referee, if you're working, show the referee.
Yes.
Like a lot of people like do this, they're getting in, but we can't see that. So if you, like we give you 30 seconds, I say, you got this, like I can't see what you're doing. Things like that, and we're counting your attacks. If you don't attack 3 times, you're going to shoot up.
Yes.
Lose no attacks, White's got 3, shoot up for 100%. Gets a bit iffy if there's no attacks from either, and if one person attacks, the other person's going to shoot up for that.
Yeah, that's just, I think, the last thing I wanted to say is the attack thing. If you follow the world champion, there was double Hansoko Make for lack of combativity. So if they push, if that keeps the thing, you can lose, and the other guy will lose as well for not attacking. And that's what Patrick said. In Mandra, Eric said like count. So the referee will be counting 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks white, 4 attacks white. Okay, Mate, should do good, right? So you push that that you should make.
Easy way to win as well.
Okay.
They got 2 shootos, just attack 3 times. Doesn't have to be the best attack ever. You have to off balance them.
Yeah, don't
That's
fake
an
it.
attack. Yeah, false attacks are different, right? But off balance them, that's an attack. I touch they step over, it's an attack. Like they're moving to counter your attacks. That's easy 3. Yeah.
And
Especially for final shooter.
And I think that's pretty much it. I assume you know that, if you do this, it's Wazari and Shido for me, right? The same, this or this or this, right? Just don't break your arm in the process of the thing. And I think that this is pretty much what I wanted to just give a quick refresher, I would say, in regards to what the talk meant. Because I think you go to the competition soon, and you don't want to be in doubt in terms of. If you have any doubts in terms of rules, take your chance to solve it before. Pat, do you want to add? I just talked about the head dive.
Massive push that right now.
If it's like a drop throw, so like say I do a drop cut of Gruma, I pull back and I dive forward on him, but I'm already,
You've dropped already.
but if it's a drop and I still go on my head, it's fine.
But your body's already touched the floor. If your feet
So like if I go for a drop, and then like, say I do it on John, he pulls back that way. When I throw it that way, or directly over my head.
because your knees are on the floor.
Okay.
So if your head goes on the mat, so that's
Yes, feet to head. Hands come up and straight away.
What about drop tight Toshi though, like? Drop tight Toshi,
Knees on the floor.
that's
So
fine.
basically, if your head touches the mat first,
Yes.
yeah.
But then if you were to stand up a little bit and then your head touches the floor, you can still be on.
But if I'm here and I legit throw like that.
Don't do it.
That's why you need to be an elbow down first. Like elbow, hand all count. So like even the drop tight touch, you could force your arm out a little bit.
Yeah.
Worse sushi, but yeah.
A lot of this back in the jump, you just like half a rally and just dump yourself on your head and grab the ball.
It's too cool.
Yeah, there's also with Uranagi now as well, if you go in your own head, he's meant to be Hansumaki. That's what's in the last sequence as well. Like if you go Uranagi here, and you go in your own head, force back to that start. That's way easier to turn. Copy paste Uranagi to your head.
And they'll have you in the video, so they will analyze like frame by frame. If your head touches the floor first, then everything else you'll get a Hansoko. And they will point to the video and say you did wrong, so goodbye, bye bye. And yeah, no question. But be careful.
The pushing thing, you'll never get shit over pushing. Like unless you're pushing down a wall is what they're trying to say. So you're like literally against this wall and pushing as hard as you can, then you get pushed pushing. Otherwise, always the person stepping out. So move around.
Don't step on.
Their argument is you've got the whole map. If you're here, you've got all this area to think about stepping, like turning to the side before you get to here. And you're like, oh shit, now I'm going to step out. You should have thought about like that. Yeah, but when you're getting pushed, you could have done this and stepped to the side. That's
the
the
blocking.
So?
The blocking overhead and then controlling them like 20 seconds to give it the shit. It's like let's say if she has two shido, I have none, so I'm going to make her just block her and then none, so not let her attack 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has
So
to be
if I have
very
physically
clear.
way stronger, I can just do this,
Has to be very clear.
like here, and this, waiting 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So
You're both just
if
going
you can get shido for him,
you don't have shit. No, both not attacking.
so we start a gym then.
What a judo then.
Yeah, fair enough though there. Could have been the gripping or either way. Fair enough.
If you're in that position as well, you could be like, what's going on? Like, you know, like,
Yeah, so the concept
trying
is
to get
could,
thrown.
can do something before.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think this all comes to the positive judo thing and negative judo. So if you're doing negative judo, which is avoiding judo, they might penalize you.
You're getting pushed out, right?
Yeah.
And you just turn towards the road as you're stepping out. You just actually step back.
Yeah.
Does the referee just like, ignore that?
Usually they're fine, yeah. You could get dumped and dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And also, a national as well, some of the referees are old, like very old. So, be aware of that as well. Some love Cheetos, some don't love Cheetos. So, you got an old one that loves Cheetos, you love the tap. You want to get a shoot at the person. You know, things like that. But obviously, yeah, your Cheetos. Oh, I feel like this. Or like when you get backstage, happens my day, you sit here, you get ready, like a shit you for jumping up.
It's because a lot of like you notice when you get players that are very tired, they drop, and then the referee's there. They start walking, adjusting things back to the referee, pretending that they can't see, and then they take 5 minutes walking around to get their breath. So that's where that kind of thing comes. And people with long hair, remember to put on salt, and you can't drop it. Yeah, that's pretty much just like a quick refresh that I wanted to give as a feedback from what Arik said in his mentor mainly. Hope that helps more. Thanks, guys.
I think there's a question from Molly.
Yes.
Can you break your neck for us?
If someone, yeah, to do drop suit. Who break his neck because he's old. Right? So, like that.
Don't.
No, I haven't seen it. But don't do that.
And now John's in a wheelchair.
Does it make sense? So don't use your head for defense. Defend with the rest of your body.
But if you have no other option, you can use your head. Like you gotta go across the face.
There's no other option. If they did like Kariguruma and you're like straight your head, can you still spin out?
As in you're getting thrown.
Yeah, but like he's already put me on my head. Like I
Yeah,
gotta,
that's fine.
even if I fully go
Option
on
to arch, and you arch,
like my feet don't touch the mat, but I'm like this.
yeah. But if you got no option,
It's
if
okay.
he's forced your head to the mat, you've got no
Like
option.
drop zero.
Yeah. It's the option. I don't want that next nothing. As soon as you do this, and it's like two people's body weight in your neck.
So I thought I saw a world guy did like a drop and he like fully spun out, but he had no choice. But he got done.
So a few boys, like with these videos, I feel like if your belly does this,
The other say like it's a chin up.